Hello and welcome to Top Sim. My name is William Lebowski, and today we're going for a TCR race here at Dubai. I've never raced at this track. It was a really fun circuit. Definitely want to try out the different variants. Definitely interested in also trying it out outside of RaceRoom. It was that good. It wasn't just one of those tracks where I felt like it was a RaceRoom only experience. But whew, 3 wide there at the beginning going into turn 1. Wasn't sure how I was going to make it out of that. Glad that everybody made it out okay and we escaped with only a track cut. But speaking of TCRs, I had an idea. I wanted to run it by you, the viewer. I had this idea for a sort of like a sim mock driver career, where we would go through a driver's career progression, starting all the way back at karting and ending up with the final goal, whether that be something like Formula One, Le Mans, or or the Indy 500, what have you, up to the pinnacle of whatever style of racing the career path ends up in. And I've had a couple different ideas for this, but essentially the base of the concept is going through and doing whole seasons. Like if you're familiar, you can do in Assetto Corsa Competizione, you can make a custom championship for 1 year. In other various sims, you can do different championships for, and so we could separate the championships into the years of the career, so to say, the different stages, starting in karts, moving up then to maybe the MX-5 Cup car, then maybe to the TCR, up from TCR to GT4, GT4 to Porsche Cup, Porsche Cup to GT3. Maybe not something as slow step, or maybe something more varied, maybe something that's more exciting and fun, but wouldn't necessarily make logical or financial sense when it came to real life racing. But that was kind of a thought that I was playing around with, and I think either way, no matter what kind of branch of racing you want to start heading down towards, I think TCR racing is a very safe bet, that no matter what, at some point you're going to do TCR racing, just because I feel like it really makes sense, because it blends both being a touring car, so it you can get the experience toward a GT3 kind of experience, but since it's front wheel drive, it's a little bit different. It changes the applications in which that becomes useful, and it also just changes handling, so it just becomes more of a test of car control and being able to pick up something new and different. So no matter what career path, I see the TCR cars coming into play. So I wanted to make sure there's a good championship system for them. That's why we're here on RaceRoom. And it's a little bit interesting every time I get into RaceRoom. The more I race in RaceRoom, the more I'm like, oh, I really should be checking this out a little bit more deeply. And then I'm not exactly sure I remember whatever it is that eventually it turns me off. I don't know if there's something more I'm looking for, but eventually I just get to this point where I move away from RaceRoom for whatever reason and start diving back into either my usual favorites or trying something else new. Like recently I've been playing a lot of ACC, which is a little bit unnormal for me, a little not normal. But anyway, here is the rest of the race with the commentary, live commentary. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. All right, a little bit of a hectic start, nothing that we couldn't outdrive, but let's see if our skill is going to begin to run out at this point in the race as things start to really heat up for individual positioning. We have this black Renault to my right in my blind spot that I can't get my eyes on, but luckily we're gonna actually squeeze him here. Oh, and he makes contact with that Civic behind me. And it looks like that Renault is getting shuffled back in the order. It does. Everybody getting their gloves out today. Nice and aggressive TCR battle, and that's always kind of the TCR battle you're looking for. Part of the fun of these cars is that you can do a little bit more rubbing than in other series. get away with it a little bit more. But look at this skyline. Look at wonderful Dubai. Dubai just seems like a real cool place to be. I don't know why this came to mind, and I don't know how this is relevant, so to say. Well, it could, judging by which direction I end up taking with that intro, I think it actually might be a little bit relevant. But it just seems like one of those places that is completely like unsustainable, and just would be really awesome to check out and explore before it really it gets beyond. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like all of what is in Dubai can be sustained forever. But then again, it seems like if anyone's not going to ever run out of money, it's going to be those oil princes. Either way, let's enjoy these next 9 minutes. Either way, I'm loving this track though. I had never raced on this track or even really knew about this track at all up until I was trying to find an awesome TCR track for this particular video, and you know, doing a little bit of spying on RaceRoom for TCR, for potential TCR championship, offline championship, and bringing that to the channel. So thinking about a few different TCR things, and so we're really, you know, giving it a full-blown test literally here as we try to make our way back up to where we started, but having an awesome time racing, loving the AI, loving the car feel, loving the detail, loving the tracks. It's a good time. RaceRoom, you know, kind of in a little bit of a redheaded stepchild position when it comes to sim racing, for a number of different reasons. Number one, because a lot of people for the similar type of sim go directly to iRacing. That's number one. Number two, it does have a very German focused. At least from my point of view, I don't know how real that is behind the scenes or anything like that, but it's just like it's the only sim that I know that has the ADAC cars. It's the only sim that I know that has so much DTM content, and I believe it is the official DTM. I believe it is the official DTM like sim, or even potentially even game. It's like not just official DTM content, but I believe it is the like official place for DTM racing virtually. So that is really cool. But so it does seem to have that specialization, like obviously AMS2 seems to have the specialization when it comes to those really unique South American tracks and cars and series. Oh boy, I don't know how I avoided contact on that one. So it's, on one hand, it's a bit of a strength because there are some mighty fine and, dare we say, historic rights of racing when it comes to the German contribution to racing. But it does seem to have that, you know, bit of a focus, and so I think that that could be a potential turnoff to a lot of people who, for instance, will just pick up ACC and be like, I'm not interested in doing anything, you know, outside of vanilla GT3, GT4 racing. But so I do think it is in a bit of a bad place, not in terms of what it is, but just in terms of the other content out there seems to be more popular, and I think it's one of those things where it's like, you guys are just really missing out on some good shit with RaceRoom, and including myself. But that doesn't mean it isn't without its flaws. Uh-oh, this is not gonna work. Okay. Uh-oh, that's a corner cut. Yep. And it didn't even help us. It was a hurtful corner cut. I want to get a lot closer to this Alfa Romeo, though. I don't know how that's not a corner cut on the exit. That seems to be a bit egregious. But we're sitting in 8th position now. Only 5 minutes left in the race. There's a opening. They leave that inside so uncovered. All right, moved ourselves up into 7th. Can we get a top 5 by the end of the race? Whoa. I did not expect to have to divert to the inside that quickly. But I guess I forgot that there was this long straightaway that this guy was clearly saving that exit for. AI didn't think I would. Messed around and found out. This is the trickiest corner on the track, easily. That exit comes up on you quickly. All right, 6th position, and 5th and 4th are in sight. With 4 minutes to go. Hopefully on this lap we can get up to that Renault's bumper. Easy to spot the Renaults with these liveries when they're all black. They stand out in a very boring way. Let's see how close we can get. This corner is not one I'm particularly quick through, and it does seem like it is an already really, really fast corner. So to pull extra rabbits out of that hat really requires something. I think I'm decent there, though. And I think it's all about cutting that inside as much as you can. I have yet to get a penalty for those moves through the inside, but surely there's got to be one that lies there somewhere. It seems like I always make up time in that corner. You can really take that one a really aggressive line through that, really tight. Here we come to the straightaway where we gave ourselves some extra track to overcome as we look at downtown Dubai. I would laugh if that's not even downtown. It's the poor side of town in Dubai. Make sure not to get too comfortable with that exit. Let the front wheels sink in, and boom, nail the pedal to the ground all the way to the finish line. You could really be aggressive with the throttle through those final 2 corners. All right, so it took the whole lap to get up to the bumper. 2 minutes remaining. I still am confident that we can get into 5th place. They're starting to walk us a little bit here at the end of this long straightaway. We'll just have to be sure to brake later than them. Get on the throttle much earlier than normal. See, but then I have too much speed for I just don't understand that that corner enough yet. All right, let's see. Are we walking? Or well, no one's really walking each other, but I think they are starting to pull away slightly. The Renault covers the inside and makes the move on the Audi. They go side by side as we make it 3 wide. Not quite 3 wide. And positions remain exactly where they were before those corners. But now that we're playing with both of them at once, I want 4th. We got 1 lap remain, or 1 minute left on the time. I don't know if that means we're going to get another lap after this. So we got to walk the line between being greedy and being aggressive and being smart. Got to do all those 3 things at once. 5th place is good. Let's protect the podium. It looks like we're going to be doing 1 lap for sure. 1 more lap. Oh, that's a terrible exit. Let's cover the inside. That was a little bit of a egregious move. I would not have done that IRL or to any other, or any other real person. But I do not feel bad for ruining the AI's momentum. I'm so slow through there. Look how much distance. I even got a corner cut for that exit that I took.
I think if I get one more, that's got to be a penalty. So on this final lap, let's make sure to keep it inside the lines. Man, that gap is not ideal, but this is our best corner. We didn't get the pass, but we did get to the bumper. And we can use that. We can use that. Oh man, late shift. All right, let's not lose them, because there's another opportunity coming at the braking zone ahead. They're gonna make us go the long way. Oh, there it is, switch back on them. Oh, the exit got me. Just able to card our position. Here we go, can we hold it? And there it is, 4th position. We ended up holding it. I'll take it. There we go, checkered flag. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, but I am curious to know what you think about this TCR racing, specifically from RaceRoom. Definitely interested to see if you're interested in seeing more of it as we brazenly just cut the course. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. See you soon.